How's it going, everyone? Welcome to a yet another Coinsider live stream. You're here with Kevin and Josh, your two hosts. And today we have some really interesting stuff to chat about. We're going to chat about top signals versus potential bottom signals. We're going to talk about the celeb coin wave sweeping through Solana right now and how we feel about that. We're going to talk about volatility in the markets, freaking Bitcoin going crazy, dropping, rising back up, dropping again, based on like macro stuff. And we're going to talk about some other things that I'm personally worried about, and also projects and news events that y'all want to cover. Feel free to share that in the chat as well. And we will be sure to answer them or take a look. Okay, let me pull up real quick the charts just to show the volatility that's going on. Or actually, first, I forgot. Mic check. How does my mic sound? Is it clear but not too loud? And then, Josh, can you say something too?
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. How are we sounding?
Yeah, how are we sounding, guys? If it's too loud or too soft, let us know, and we'll individually adjust our microphones. Josh also got a new mic, so it should sound much more clear than before.
Yeah.
Okay, meanwhile, just please write in the chat, mic check. Sound is good. Let's see, what about Josh's? Okay.
How is mine sounding?
Okay, they say it sounds great. Let us, without further ado, okay, look at this craziness. Like, okay, yeah, they say yours is good too. Let us go this way.
What are you thinking, Kev?
So much volatility. Look at this. This one day from 70K down to 66K. My shorts printed, but then it rocketed back up and then drop back down. Like, this is some crazy volatility going on.
Yeah, that's wild. I'll say for traders, this is a good opportunity. For those who like to trade in and out of the markets, the degens, the leverage degens, there's a lot of great opportunities being presented. For the investors, they're kind of a little bit nervous. I see, especially a lot of the new ones. This market is designed to shake you out. Moments like this of volatility and sort of uncertainty. And, we're thinking we're going to break out, but then we have fake outs and all this stuff. It presents a lot of opportunities for traders, but investors, that's a big difference between a trader and an investor, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Traders like volatility. I only say that, like, they need to be responsible, right? If you're trading and you get like you're like, oh, it's going down, my shorts are printing, but then it goes back up and liquidates you, right? So you got to set things responsibly.
100%.
You can't get like stopped out by such a move, because this stuff happens all the time. These big volatile swings happen all the time in crypto. So if you're getting stopped out, even though you're directionally correct, then you're doing something wrong.
100%. You got to know when to start taking profits, start, pulling out of your positions. One thing that's nice is that we have been sort of range bound between this level, maybe a little lower to 65 and then 71K. So a lot of these traders that like to stay in that range and sort of maybe snipe the bottom, so on and so forth. Personally, I don't like to play with leverage too much. When I see big opportunities, I jump in, but it's definitely presenting a lot of opportunities if you're staying within that range.
Hey, Josh, just to play around a little bit, I know we're live already, but can you go into settings, audio, and swap the microphone to the different one to see if you're actually on, like, your settings actually on your new mic?
All right, I'll switch to the regular one.
Okay, say something. No, you got to change it. Now it's nothing. I guess back to the one you had before.
Okay, now it's back on Elgato.
Okay. This is good.
Right. Okay.
This is good.
All right. Cool.
One person says top usually isn't in with so much bearishness. That is a good point. There is quite a bit of bearishness, me included, or at least hesitancy right now. And that's something I want to talk about. Top signals versus bottom signals. Let's take a look at um, X right now. Can you see
Yes.
my X thing?
Yeah.
By the way, I've been getting a lot more bot followers lately. I'm at 7,000 now. I swear I got like 100 bot followers recently, and I don't know where they came from.
Maybe the retail DAO. But that's interesting that you said top signals, and I feel like there's different sort of top signals. There's social top signals, which is kind of like, I guess, and then you also have more technical top signals, right? Like you see on the charts. But like for instance, if you saw earlier today, Lil Pump the rapper, he got a tattoo of Solana across his forehead. I'm not sure if it
Yes,
was real. But he went ahead and got a tattoo. Of course, you're seeing all these celebrities enter the game, and people are saying that's a top signal, right?
right here.
Oh,
Do you
there
see
you got it.
this? Solana.
Yeah.
Man,
A lot
look,
of these
this is a
celebrity
great
coins also.
summary. This is a great summary of it.
Perfect.
Andrew Tate shilling coins, Lil Pump with Solana, Ryan Garcia wants to release a coin, Iggy shilling her coin to inverse Kramer, Iggy met with Jim Kramer, Ansem inviting every Z-list celeb to come scam, Soy Boys on dates with confused. Oh, this talking about Caitlyn Jenner
Okay.
with a Solana guy, I think.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. This
Crazy.
is so
This
toppy
is
if we
getting
think
crazy.
about it. This
It is
is so
very toppy.
toppy. Um, Here's the thing though. Someone was making the case that this is actually bearish for Solana. And let me know what you think about this thesis. The reasoning is because, okay, all these celebs are coming in and they're raising in Sol and whatnot, similar to the ICO days back in 2017, 2018. Everyone and their uncle was doing an ICO,
Right.
and they raised a ton of ETH. But if you remember, okay, so that helped ETH do great things during that cycle. ETH rocketed a lot because of the ICO wave. But in the bear market, all those ICOs dumped their ETH relentlessly. And so that brought ETH all the way down, like down 98% or some craziness like that.
Yeah.
Let's take a look real quick. I'm talking about 2017, 2018. Damn, can I? Okay, so this is 2021. Let me go back to. Okay, this is 2018. It went over 1,200 and then down to 80.
Wow.
This was relentless selling by all the ICOs that raised in ETH. So the thesis is that this celeb coin wave that's exclusively on Solana is also going to hurt Solana in the mid to long term when they dump their soul. Because they raised in soul, right? They raised in soul for their Lil Pump or whatever
Right.
new celeb, B list, C list celeb, Z list is what they call it. They raise in soul. They're not believers. They're not going to hodl that soul. They're going to dump it. If not now, when they see the price drop 40, 50%, 60%, they're going to be scared. They're going to dump.
Even
That's going
after
to
the
be
tattoo, Kevin? Even after the soul tattoo?
even after the soul tattoo. Just like, remember, Mike Novogratz got the Luna tattoo.
Oh,
He probably remember that? He got that shit removed, most likely.
yeah. Yeah, I
Here, let
hope
me
so.
show you.
Oh,
Novogratz
yeah.
tattoo.
That's what you call drinking the Kool-Aid, man. You never drink the Kool-Aid.
Right here. I'm
Yeah,
officially
I
a
love it.
lunatic. Thanks, Stablecoin and Smith Street Tattoos.
Oh
That
man,
was the top signal.
that was the
That
top.
was the top
That was the
signal.
top. And I'm telling you, the market. I'm telling you, history
So,
doesn't always repeat itself, but it rhymes.
so
And
y'all Solana fanboys need to be worried about these things. Like, I'm actually, I'm actually with the people who say that this may be the top for Sol ETH because of all this.
wow,
At this point, I don't even need to show you what happens with Sol ETH. Soylets tripping over each other to onboard another D-list celeb with a pump and dump meme coin, and you're asking why Sol trades so heavy. Let's take a look at Sol,
Waka
actually.
Flocka. I saw that on my timeline this morning too.
Sol is trading heavy. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, it's at monthly lows.
Well, I mean, that's a testament to what you just said, right? But do
It's
you
still
think
doing well, though.
I was gonna say, do you think nowadays, now that crypto is way more evolved than it was back in the ICO days, that they don't actually carry enough weight to really have that type of effect on the price of Sol or on the market? Like these celeb raises and like let's say they're dumping the coin. Do you think it doesn't carry? Do you think it carries the same weight as it did back then? I wouldn't think so personally.
That's hard to say. I mean, it depends on how much they raise. All I know is that these celebs are definitely weak hands, and they care
Right.
more about cash. They worry
That's
about cash money in their bank more than Sol in their wallet. I
that's
know Iggy may be different. She's like she hasn't touched her wallet, but come on, all these other ones, they don't know anything. They're probably ran by Sahil or
yeah,
whoever else, you know,
some
that's like
manager.
that's like scamming them and taking a cut.
Yeah, chances are.
Yeah, yeah. So personally, I thought Sol ETH was going to go even higher this cycle, and it could. But if Sol ETH is already topped over here, that'd be kind of sad for Sol personally, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
that would be underperforming to what everyone sort of was.
Because look, this is what some people said ETH BTC. This is what some people predicted for. This was 2017 when ETH BTC. This is like the height of the ICO craze. Everyone was like flipping
Yeah,
over here, but then that was like the generational top for ETH
really.
BTC. Some people say that that could be the same for Sol ETH, that we could see a blow off top for Sol ETH, and that representing the generational top
Wow.
for Sol ETH right here. Like we're far from that. That would be like Sol almost flipping ETH. You know, that'd be like what is that? Sol's at 80 mil. That'd be a 5x to reach Ethereum, or yeah, just
5x from here.
5x from here to reach
If
Ethereum.
Ethereum was to stay at the same range, which I
Yeah,
think
yeah, which it would also
has
go up.
more
So
to go with the ETFs and everything going on. So we'll see.
I could still see that happen. Sol
Possible.
almost flipping ETH, and then that marking the generational top in that pair. I could see that happening. Okay, folks, we're gonna get to a lot of your questions soon about Notcoin, about Polygon, about Linea, etc., etc. Just give us a sec. Let's see. What else did I want to? So, a lot of people are talking about how they think this could be the top of the cycle. And I know this is heavily debated. And like people said that there's too much bearishness for the top to be in. Wait, how do I get back to here? One sec. Ah, here it is. Top isn't usually in with so much bearishness. I see a lot of. Wait, let me go back here. I see a lot of analysts like this. Can you see this, by the way?
Yeah.
All jokes aside, there are two main scenarios I see. The bullish one is 60 to 62K holds and the bull market continues. The bearish one is there's a global recession which nukes BTC to 30K. Which way we go determined entirely by macro. And then this one, the follow-up, if you ignore BTC making a marginal new high due to ETFs, Pepe and WIF, and like 8 out of 50,000 tech alts, this is an echo bubble on every other chart, even the mega darling of the current cycle, Sol. Interesting thesis.
Interesting take. Interesting take. And I saw another one on the FOMC saying, the previous four FOMC events have all marked local bottoms, causing rallies of 20 to 30%. And is this time different? I saw that on Crypto Joe.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that real quick. But look, they are true. This is the chart of Sol. This does potentially look like an echo bubble that people were talking about. Potentially. Let me see what you said. FOMC bottoms. Is that how I have to search for it?
Yeah.
Right here. The previous four FOMC events have marked local bottoms, causing rallies of 20 to 30%. Is this time different? We'll see. We'll see soon, right? We'll see. We'll have to see very soon.
Because they're saying bulls are saying it'll lead to a sizable bounce, so we'll have to see.
But also, though, like originally they went from 3 rate cuts in 2024 down to 1. Now let me search for that too. 1 rate cut, 3.
And we can still get one before the beginning of next year, and that would be a bullish catalyst as well.
Okay, here you go. CPI inflation report came out and the Fed meeting took place. Inflation was lower than expected. First month that CPI inflation was flat month to month. The main fear was whether or not the Fed would cut interest rates at all. On Wednesday, they revealed they forecast 1 interest rate cut in 2024, a drop in the last projection of 3 cuts. So, yeah. I'm also really worried. Something I'm really worried about, I know I talked about this in other times, is Nvidia. Look at it, 3.22 trillion. It has gone up. Look at this chart. If this isn't a blow off top that I've ever seen, is it now the most valuable company in the world? Did it beat Microsoft yet? Let's see. No, it's close though. It's very close to Microsoft. It beat Apple already.
Yeah.
And it is responsible for about 35% of the S&P 500's gains single-handedly.
That's crazy.
So when this thing inevitably corrects, which it always does, it doesn't matter what stock, what asset, what company, any chart that looks like this will inevitably correct. Doesn't mean it can't go up higher. 150, even 200, it'd be some crazy stuff.
That's crazy.
But even if it went up much higher, it inevitably will correct. And I'm worried about what it'll do to the stock markets and hence the crypto markets when it does. And I also bought heavily out of the money puts for Nvidia in 2026. I don't know if that's stupid or not, but
time will tell.
I don't know if y'all remember Zoom. Zoom was rocketing during the pandemic bubble. And I had an idea to buy puts around here. Not at the very top, but like around here. For like same idea. 2-year puts, much lower. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but I should have, because look at this. Zoom was everyone's darling. I don't know if people remember, they had like a Zoom platform day. Everyone's like, we're going to build on top of Zoom, blah, 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 blah. And now it's like dead.
Yeah.
I mean, Zoom still has a good product, but look at this parabolic peak and then its inevitable retrace.
That was perfect timing for them with COVID, right?
It was, yeah. And Tesla's chart is a little bit different, but look at this double blow off top and then the huge drop afterwards.
Yeah.
I know this is a completely different companies to Nvidia, completely different fundamentals and things like that. But still, like, don't even think about that. Just look at this effing chart. It's a mega cap going up 3 to 5% every day, about to become the most valuable company in the world.
It's been printing.
And I'm just worried about when it drops. I think it'll weigh down everything. Like they are putting the American stock market on their back right now. SPY stock. That's S&P 500. Yeah, S&P 500 at all-time highs thanks to Nvidia. Yeah.
Yeah, Nvidia has been carrying.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Um let's take a look at some of people's questions now.
Right.
Let's go to people's questions.
ZK Sync finally came out. The ZK Sync airdrop, at least checker. A lot
Yeah,
of people,
what did you think about that? Some people were
a lot of people
they,
were disgruntled with that whole airdrop process there.
can you give us an update? Like some people said they like banned a lot of people, right? Or they
Yeah,
excluded a lot of people.
excluded a lot of users. Unfortunately, I was actually one of those users that got excluded. I had, I had six figures in volume and a whole bunch of stuff. But see,
Why?
what they prioritized was users actually keeping a balance on ZK Sync, as far as I'm concerned, rather than like let's say farmers coming in, having some volume, and then bridging out. So I think that was part of the criteria, how long you actually kept funds on the chain. So it's like a new layer. We're constantly seeing airdrop criteria evolve since the time that Arbitrum came out, and users and protocols adding more criteria and Cybele detection on top of it. So if they detect you as being a Sybil of any kind, then they go ahead and block your wallet. So many people were very upset on Twitter. But we're
Did
seeing
they
there's a lot of like there was a shitstorm pretty much around ZK Sync
I saw
around
something about ZK Sync in India. What happened with that?
India. I haven't read up on that.
I know some guy supposedly like took his life because he didn't get ZK Sync's airdrop. Some Indian guy. I don't know
Damn.
if that was.
It was
Look, today is worse than September 11th for India. We do not forgive. We do not forget. ZK Sync will regret messing with India. Like
that's
what?
wild. I did not know that.
See, look, here it is.
That was
UP man takes loan for ZK Sync airdrop ends life after ineligibility shock.
oh man, that's really too bad. ZK Sync was one of the most farmed airdrops of all time. Like it had so many users on there. The volume brought them up to number one. Like right after Arbitrum airdrop came out, everyone started ZK Sync. It's like this is the next thing. And so users, even like myself, you can have over 250K in volume, you still could be ineligible because they had certain criteria that made sure you were I guess more authentic of a user, keeping a balance on there, so on and so forth. And they also made certain NFT communities, I believe, eligible. So then users were like, some people get the red carpet, and people who've actually been bringing up your volume and transactions and users aren't getting the airdrop. So that was sort of the disgruntledness.
Yeah, that's messed up. Look, everyone's writing ZK Sync will regret messing with India.
That's crazy. And people are like and what ZK scam was trending as well. But yeah, India, that's wild.
ZK, did India get geo blocked? Is that the reason? Did it say zero tokens or this airdrop is not available, not eligible? Interesting one. Indian here got zero airdrop. We will not forget. I'm sorry, guys. That
Yeah, India.
sucks.
ZK is banned in India. ZK.
That sucks. That sucks. I agree completely, Vinayak. Too many ETH L2s. Like, oh my effing goodness. Look at this. Arbitrum, Base, OP, Blast, Linea, Mantle, Starknet, Manta Pacific, ZK Sync Era, Scroll, Mode, Metis, DYDX, Immutable X, Polygon, ZK EVM,
It's endless.
Astar.
It's endless.
Oh my. There needs to be consolidation. There needs to be consolidation.
There does, and honestly, what I believe is that the cream will rise to the top. The cream of the crop, like Arbitrum, Base, Soul. It's just going to be a few that actually have, staying power and users that'll be there for like years to come. But right now, I feel like a lot of these L2s, to be honest, are just kind of taking advantage of the ETH L2 sort of bubble that's going on, because they can raise a lot of capital, they can get users, they can have airdrops, they can do all these different things, build hype, and that's sort of a meta that's like, I won't say low hanging fruit, but it's still sort of open season for ETH2s, and it attracts a lot of users who come to farm an airdrop, and they can, pretty much make a quick bag with that. I'm not saying that
I,
about all L2s, but there's so many
I
that
think I think they need to carve out their niche,
yeah.
right? Like,
You mean like an app chain?
well, I think app chains are good insofar as they have hopefully a popular app that's using it, but the general purpose ones, they need like a something that's different about them that people actually care about.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'll say.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's not going to be so many blockchains that a bunch of users are using. It's going to be the top ones that rise to the top. And
And gone should be the days where these L2s open at $1 billion valuation. Like, I'm not even going to touch those tokens or
yeah,
even be excited about it. They need to open under 100 million for me to personally be excited about them.
they need to bring back the ground up sort of protocols and chains like that. It's not how it used to be, but unfortunately, because of greed, I don't think we're going to see that.
Do you know some stuff about Linea airdrop?
I didn't farm it too hard. They had sort of seasons. They had an airdrop campaign where you did different things that the chain can do, and you interact with different protocols, and you get badges, and you finish like a task list. That's pretty much like the main eligibility as far as like was teased. But yeah, Lydia. I mean, when you think about their the overarching companies, the company behind MetaMask, like Linea is massive. Consensus, I believe they're called. Just have a ton of funding, a lot of resources. So I think there's definitely opportunity there. But as you said, it's of course going to launch at a high valuation. But that's still something I would consider and watch, or at least farm for the airdrop, because Consensus is huge. MetaMask is probably the most used wallet, the biggest crypto wallet of all time, and a lot of resources around there. So there could be something there.
Sounds good. Let's go to a different niche: helium and other top DePINs.
Yes, Helium. I wanted to mention
So,
one thing on that. Mother, right? New competitor to Helium.
oh yeah. Actually, let's take a look at that celeb coin mother in a bit. But first, helium price not so good, but they're doing a lot of stuff, right? People powered networks. I wasn't as impressed with their regular thing, but then they have their helium mobile, if you remember,
Yep.
the mother competitor. Helium, ooh, they have a new website. This looks cool.
Yeah.
Big telco. They're a T-Mobile MVNO, if I'm not saying that wrong, but with people powered hotspots in like major cities like Miami or something to
Right.
make service even better, essentially. Only $20 a month. It's still cheap. Help build the network. So my only thing for that is it's all about token design at the end of the day. Like a lot of people buying this for speculation, but look, it's been dropping since the blow off top
Right.
because like even if their network grows a lot and they have a lot of user signups, there needs to be reasons why people buy the mobile token within their
Right.
network, right?
Yeah. You think they'll maybe integrate that somehow into like pay your bill in mobile or something?
I there is I don't have that info at hand,
I think that'll be a pretty good model.
but I think there are like if you hold mobile, then you get a discount or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's see other D pins.
There's some competitors to that. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Aether. There's an A phone, right? And then you have Iggy Azalea, as we mentioned, with um, the Mother network, I guess, or you pay for her phone service with the Mother token. And there's
Yes, 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 yes.
and then of course the Saga. I'm not sure if that's like the same sort of.
No, Saga is
Saga's
just
not a deep in,
it's
but
just a phone. Yeah.
it's a phone.
Mother merch. Yeah, they have an online shop where you can pay for stuff with Mother. I tweeted at Iggy. I was like, first of all, her thing with Jim Cramer was so funny.
I didn't
Let's
catch that.
see. Did you here? Let me
Look at
see. See this? Jim Cramer with Iggy Azalea at the New York Stock Exchange after opening bell. Uh, can you hear this, by the way, when I play this?
that. I can't.
Okay. Anyways, they're just talking about like Mother Coin and things like that.
Who's pumping money? Jim Cramer show.
I've been hesitant towards Iggy and, of course, all the other celebs. But if she stays in this space and builds and isn't just a tourist like all the other celebs we've seen in the past, then I will be a big supporter and perhaps even buy some Mother out of principle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She's been slowly winning me over. At first, I was like, "Oh, here we go again, another celebrity token." Like, there's been tons of celebrities, low key, that's gotten into crypto and had these pump and dump tokens. Like Kim Kardashian had Ethereum Max or
Yeah,
whatever.
I remember those. I
And they
remember
had,
those pump and dumps.
all
Yeah.
these pump and dumps. The Logan Paul and Jake Paul with their NFTs and their tokens, and a whole bunch of just pump and dumps. And so when Iggy came in, I was like, "Oh, another celebrity trying to cash in." But then
Yeah,
with
but
that
she
interview,
stayed.
she
She
stayed. She
stayed.
did that interview, and even just listening to some of the jargon she was using, some of the crypto lingo, it's like, okay, she knows a thing or two.
I
And then,
love that.
and then she
She's like
started,
gas money.
yeah, exactly. So she was comfortable. And then it's like, oh, it's like you didn't expect that. Like normally celebrities would be like, yeah, like this is the next new thing, go to the moon. But she was actually using the jargon, and then she's gaining more and more respect from the users, from the community. And then she drops more alpha or something like that, and then talks about her the future plans for Mother. So it's like she's actually here to stay. She's actually building. So I think this could be a potential good thing. And maybe another celebrity sees this and follows suit and actually creates something real. And that could be the beginning of its own sort of wave, like further
Yeah.
than celebrity token that we're seeing, celebrity meta that we're seeing. But I guess time will tell. But right now, I'm hoping Iggy continues on, building the right way in the community and everything like that. So.
All right, let's move on. Notcoin has been very hot lately. I admittedly have not done that much research into it besides knowing it's in the Telegram ecosystem.
Yeah,
Wow, it's rocketed quite a bit.
I missed on that airdrop. Not gonna lie.
Oh my goodness. 2 billion market cap already. Fully circulating. That's good to see on Telegram. Okay, probably nothing. Beta phase. Uh, okay, but is it going to give me more info or no? I don't really know what it is. Do you know what it is? Let's see.
I didn't dig too deep on Notcoin, but you see, Not is ton backwards, right?
Yeah, 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 of course.
Yeah, of course. It's within the ton ecosystem. I know they had like the tap to earn during their pre-launch campaign. They had a ton of users. I kind of just faded it because I didn't want to just tap the phone. I don't know what I was thinking about. I just faded it. Unfortunately, that's a big miss for me because
I think I saw that people like
a
built a
lot of my
device to tap their phone for them.
yeah, and it just kept tapping. And a lot of my
Yeah.
friends made 5 figures on their airdrop. Plus, the price action was insane. And so that's another one that I missed. But that reminds me of another token that's kind of using a little bit of the same sort of structure that Not was using for their pre-launch. I'm not sure if you've heard of Hamster Combat.
I have not.
You haven't heard of it? So they actually are the biggest Telegram group of all time, and I think they did it in just a couple weeks.
Is it just hamster or no?
I don't think it's out. The token's not out yet, so they're in their pre-launch campaign using the sort of the same model that Not did. And I know that I don't think they're directly partnered with, but they're within the Ton ecosystem as well. So they have their game right on Telegram. It's similar to Not, so it's kind of like if you miss not, there's actually,
Wow, Hamster Combat, 7.6 million followers.
and in just 2 weeks they got 22 million subscribers on their YouTube through the game, and then they have the biggest Telegram group as well. So a lot of
Dang.
hype around Hamster Combat, very similar to
So are
not.
you tapping your phone for
I can't
hamsters?
lie to you. I can't lie. I'm tapping my phone.
Wait, is that all we have to do is tap our phone?
Yeah, but this one they added a few more components. So it's actually like a simulator where you own a DEX, not a DEX, but a centralized exchange. And with the coins that you tap, you go ahead and you buy like you pay for a marketing team, you pay for like to add a new token pair, BTC pairs or ETH pairs. So long story short, the more you build that up, the more you earn these tokens, and the speculation that that's how much you have by the end is going to be the
Wait,
airdrop.
so is this going to be on Telegram chain too, or what?
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be, so you have to connect your ton wallet. So that's one I've been farming.
Interesting.
That's one I've been farming here. Hamster Combat. You have to play on mobile, and then the game pops up just directly from Telegram
Wait, is that all you need to do to get an airdrop? Is to tap?
to play the game. Yeah, so you can go ahead and tap like this, and I've upgraded my taps. Now one tap is 14 taps. So as you go and build up, as you go and build it up, you can upgrade your taps. You can update, and if you can see in the corner there how much you earn per hour in the token. So you don't actually always have to be tapping. So the more you upgrade your centralized exchange, the more that you earn basically per hour, kind of passively. But every 3 hours you have to open the app.
Dang,
Stops earning.
that's
I think
crazy.
this one has potential, just because it's following that same playbook that Not did. Plus, it has all these users. Like, it's breaking Telegram records and even YouTube records. Just 2 weeks, 22 million subscribers, right? And all these views. So, I think it has potential here. So, it's gonna
TGE
have
in July. Okay,
in
I may
July,
have
and I
to.
can't lie, it gets a little fun after a while. You want to actually beef up your exchange and add all these things. It gets a little bit addictive, and at the end, you can
Yeah.
potentially get a good airdrop. So I'm excited to see what they do. Now I'm tapping here, so maybe we can get back to it.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna check this one out further. But in the meantime, let's move on to some other projects. Zebek Network. I've never heard of that. Let's see what that one is
It
about.
sounds familiar.
The big backers, apparently.
I think I met them
Zebek Network.
in Dubai. I think.
Wow, price action is not so pretty. 75 million. It's on Solana. Decentralized infrastructure network for seamless flows of
Yeah.
real world value. So is this their RWA project? DePIN network, RWA payments, Nautilus chain for DePIN. Okay, big backers. Yes. So is this just a chain that's for DePIN and RWAs? Okay. Let's see. Payroll apps, on-chain payments, network DePIN. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Price action's not doing so well. It's a Solana project. Yeah, price action looks like it's dying. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess
I guess the
like
market
people
conditions
said,
aren't the best right now.
yeah, exactly. Like people said, all these tech coins per se aren't really in the meta right now. Doesn't mean if the bull market returns, this could probably do well.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't think it's the time to really go heavy on this.
Fair to say. I do think we have another leg in us on the year. I do think we could do another leg up, but right now it's tough for alts.
Yeah, alts have been bleeding.
They've been bleeding out.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Mode L2 30 million market. Is Mode already up?
Yeah, that's another airdrop that I secured.
Oh.
It was okay.
It's been bleeding, but that's probably because of market conditions. The modular DeFi L2. Built on and supported by Optimism. 578 mil, 367.
Those are good numbers. If accurate, those are good numbers. I haven't used mode much. Not gonna lie.
They don't really have that many interesting dApps on there, though. That's the thing.
Right. And that kind of brings me back to that comment that one of the community made earlier about too many ETH2s. I think I'm not sure if Base's smart wallet is out yet. Do you know?
I don't know, to be
Because I
honest.
think basically that's going to solve that whole issue, right? Being able to trade cross chain seamlessly,
Yeah, yeah.
bridge. So I think solutions like that are really what's really gonna solve that.
So 30 mil market cap, like Adarsh wrote, but fully diluted is 250 and only 13% circulating per coin market cap. So it's not like if it was a true 30 mil, then I'd probably get in on some. But 13% circulating, this doesn't make it that enticing to me at this point in time.
I would have to look at the unlock schedule.
Yep. Base Smart Wallet is out. Really, Base Smart Wallet.
Haven't
Introduce.
gotten
Oh
to try.
yeah. They can start building now, but I don't know who's integrated yet.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't tried it out yet, but I think it's gonna
So
be something that's
create a wallet. Oh, I can create a smart wallet. No app required. You can store, trade, send by visiting wallet.coinbase.com. Use your fingerprint, Face ID, YubiKey, Google Chrome profile. No more password sponsored transactions. USDC on Base is free to spend or send. That's amazing.
fire.
Spend your Coinbase balance. Popular apps that support Smart Wallet: Lucidity, Seamless, Zora, Moonwell, FriendPet, Avantis, Stargate, Aerodrome. Oh, dang. Maybe I'm going to set one up. To-do list for me. Set
Yeah.
up a smart wallet and try it out. If it can really connect to my Coinbase balance, I don't have to move shit around. That'd be
Yeah, it
amazing.
seems really
Because I
convenient.
always have to move stuff around to different. I'm like, I have to transfer to ETH and then sell and then bridge to Base because I have like whitelist on for the or allow list for the addresses.
Tedious, right?
It's tedious, yeah. I mean, because of security, right? Like the reason why I have allow list is for security purposes.
Right.
But then it's like you can only send this on this chain, or else you have to wait 2 days. I'm like, I don't want to wait 2 days, so I'm
Ugh,
gonna send it and then bridge and then blah blah blah. I do that,
yeah.
but this is gonna make it
And
okay.
then
So
you incur fees along the way.
yeah, farming anything base for potential base token. Okay, do we think that base is gonna have a token though?
Potentially.
If the SEC changes and Gensler's no longer there, I think they very well might. But it depends. It depends. Yeah, I think they'll
How
still. I
open
mean,
is that?
Coinbase is making a lot of money with without any token. They're making a lot of money from Base. Like what is it? Like 30 mil a month or so.
Yeah.
Base revenue Coinbase. Let me see. Coinbase revenue from Base continues to be parabolic. 33 million of revenue since the start of 2024.
That was in April.
Yeah, that was in April. Um, okay, let's see. Coinbase was able to generate 60 million in revenue in a short time span with this layer 2 base. They say a lot of big institutions are going to want to do the same because they see Coinbase printing from
Yeah.
Base without even a token.
That's the thing. But I think it's in its best interest to delay as long as possible.
Yeah, agreed.
Right? And
Agreed.
especially to keep that up. And just even having, they didn't say anything, but even just having that speculation of, oh, Coinbase may be dropping a token, it's good for their TVL, it's good for their daily users, so on and so forth. You get the farmers, but there's a ton of real users too. So just attracts, it's like a snowball effect that attracts more users to their chain, right?
Yeah. Let's take a look at Aerodrome. Wow. Aerodrome got destroyed.
Weren't you bullish on Aerodrome?
I was bullish on Aerodrome because it's the Uniswap of base, right? So the Uniswap of base, that's the thesis,
Right.
but it's been dying lately.
I trade based on Uniswap. Funny enough, talking about Uniswap with base, like
You use Uniswap with base essentially,
yeah,
yeah. Aerodrome is like the native
the native decks, right?
dex on base though. The
I still think a
central,
lot of builders will still go ahead and add liquidity to Uniswap pools, right?
yeah. I
Just,
mean Uniswap is what we're comfortable with,
right.
but base
But yeah, Arrow is big. I know Arrow, of course.
Aerodrome is good. Aerodrome is good. Trade is overcrowded. Yeah, I think you're right. Space vibes. Everyone was talking about how Aerodrome to flip Uniswap was a no-brainer, and now
Well,
it's not.
that's a little. I think that's a bit much to
Okay,
say.
they said Aerodrome plus Velodrome would
Okay,
flip Uniswap during base season. So let's see, it's 400 million, 6.4 bill. Wow.
so you're long
Uniswap went
Arrow.
up today 8% while
Long
Aerodrome
Arrow.
dropped 8%. What the
That's
heck?
crazy. That's crazy.
Was
So
there any news around that?
maybe there was something that happened. Are you? So you're long Arrow for the long term.
I don't have a position currently, but theoretically, yes.
Okay.
Arrow. Yeah. I mean, look, it's the top native base project right here.
Wow.
Friend Tech also dying. Speaking of Friend Tech, have you seen that? The friend charts is like death.
I never got involved, but I know Frantic was massive. I didn't see the charts.
Friend trading like Ansem hasn't mentioned it in 2 weeks on the TL. Look, like all time low.
Wow.
Oh my
Were
goodness.
you involved in Fentech? Did you use the platform?
I did, but I never got that excited about it.
Okay.
Um, some people bought my keys. I didn't make any money on it.
Right.
It's a decent low risk, high reward position to assume that base will have a token at some point. Yeah, at some point for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Especially because there are, so many great products on base and great opportunities like for memes and everything else. For instance, like some of the best airdrops I've gotten was just from actual, organic usage
Organic usage. Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
the
And then
and
you
then
don't
you
have to
don't get
worry about
stifled
it.
out and all this stuff. Like Arbitrum was my first major airdrop that I got, and it was just from organic usage. So I think that's going to be the same case with base. Like if you're an active trader or an active farmer, you get involved in DeFi often, then 100%, I think it's low risk to go ahead and do that because you could be getting opportunities in the chain anyway. You might as well go ahead and qualify along the way. So that's the best way to farm, I guess, if you're not like a pure airdrop farmer like myself, like I like to do, because sometimes you could come up short after lots of fees, like what happened to me with ZK Sync and so many others in ZK Sync, right?
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, just talking generally, let me remove this thing real quick. Just talking with the audience too. The vision is for you, Josh, to do some of these live streams yourself in the future.
Right.
Same way as we do now, talk
Mhm.
about the most interesting stuff. So like as you're on Twitter or Farcaster or wherever, Telegram, like just take note of stuff you see during the week, whether it be celeb coins or CPI volatility or like all the things we talked about. And then share alpha like you do, like the airdrop alpha, share
Right.
the little tapping thing that you're doing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I think what'd be really cool is if we had the aura or however you want to call it, if we had the hype around this to get some interesting people on too. Like I don't think we can pull like an Iggy or other people, but like interesting
100%.
people who are movers and shakers in the space,
100%.
get them on to chat briefly, or as long as they want, really,
Yeah, 100%.
and just keep it really interesting with the people. Like honestly, I don't even know who the guys were who interviewed. Um, who was the guy who interviewed Iggy, and then someone interviewed Caitlyn Jenner. Iggy interview.
Was it
This
a
was a
crypto?
Solana guy, right? Like this guy, who is not Thread guy? Oh, was it this? Rug Radio? Was it Rug Radio who interviewed Iggy?
I think we can pull something off.
Rug Radio. They only have 100,000 followers. They're not even that big. How did they get an interview? Oh, maybe because they're in Miami, right? I think they interviewed her in Miami.
Right, and she's really in the community, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
it was good for
Thread guy, Iggy interview. Okay, so Iggy, and then look at this Caitlyn Jenner interview. Or not an interview. It was like a date or something. They went on like a quote unquote date. Let's see. See, sole influencers going on dates with Caitlyn Jenner. So let me get this right. We've got sole influencers going on dates with Caitlyn Jenner. Iggy Azalea going on TV with Jim Cramer to talk about her ass. Andrew Tate and Ansem fighting like school kids. New D-tier celebrity pump and dumps daily. Stop the ride. I want to get off. I'm not gonna lie. Some of this is pure
choppy.
BS, though.
Yeah, I think exactly like you said, just BS is just like kind of trolling for hype. Like even Lil Pump, not that that soul tattoo is real, but
where's the Caitlyn Jenner date thing that went on? Oh, I can't. Soul influencer dates Caitlyn Jenner. It was just like a. Was it this? No, it was more recent. It was from June.
Was it real?
Like, how can I not find it now?
That's so funny.
Caitlyn Jenner Soul. I swear I saw it. Did it? It's not even popping up anymore. Crypto. Let me see crypto. I hate how hard it is to find stuff in.
Some stuff gets filtered out, right?
In search. Like, no deepfakes. Maybe.
Oh, no.
GOP senators. Ah, right here. Sold Jakey. I went on a date with Caitlyn Jenner. Full video tomorrow. Oh my goodness. This is a soul influencer. Oh my God.
Scripted. That's funny.
Oh my God, guys.
Yeah,
oh
now you see the celebrity influence in the markets right now. I think honestly, we could be in for some exciting times. It could be.
Maybe you should go, Josh. Maybe you should go interview someone like Iggy or Caitlyn Jenner or Lil Pump or something like that.
Hilarious. That'd be hilarious.
Never
know. I'll tweet at him. That'd be hilarious. Get him up on the Coinsider live stream.
All right, guys. This was a great one. Thanks for joining us. We'll try to do this once a week. And like I said, in the future, you may see Josh by himself. I need to switch up the thumbnails, though.
Yes, and I'll have my camera fixed by then as well. Right now I'm still on the website.
Yeah, youtube.com/Coinsider. Like, all these lives are of me just because I'm lazy and I just take a photo of myself.
Yeah.
But in the future, I think, like, Bankless has 2 people. Yep. And Josh sent me some of these, like this one or this one. We can have a thumbnail with 2 people like this. Or if you're just by yourself, you can just do one the way I did it.
Yeah.
Just like take a photo of yourself and I'll help touch it up, add some logos and things like that.
I'll get a photo shoot going.
And folks, if you haven't watched this video yet, let me make this larger. This video yet, the secret of beating this brutal crypto cycle, then please watch it after the stream. It's about our special project that a lot of us have been working on. Me, Josh, Adrian, and a bunch more people. Yeah, that's it. Great stream. Catch y'all next time.
Until next time, take care. Appreciate it, Kev.